Machias, I haven't had the chance to talk with you since the summer festival. Sounds like you were quite the heroes at the Grelia Fortress. Come on, don't tease us. I'll be the first to admit that we acted rashly. But in the end, I have no regrets. I'm glad to hear it. It's good to see you again. Likewise. May feels so far behind us now. May feels so far behind us now. You have questions, no? It's written all over your face. I do. You were in Legram, weren't you, to meet Duke Cayenne? Correct. I was hoping to have time to greet you and your classmates too. But I imagine you would rather he not take too close of an interest in you. You imagine, right? Still, I'm concerned. What is the house Alberea playing at? And not just us, what are the 4 great houses and rest of the noble faction trying to accomplish? You ask like there's a simple answer. The 4 great houses aren't as united in opinion as you might think. Even within individual families, there could be disagreements. You know that I differ with Father on several issues. Rather than worrying about other positions, I suggest giving some thought to your own as a member of the family. I'm surprised you actually managed to make it here. I was expecting a business negotiation to crop up just in the nick of time. Time is something you make, not something you find. All the more so if you're in a position of responsibility. Lady Elisa is quite the multitasker herself. You should see her. She has no trouble balancing her time between her studies, training, club activities, and hobbies. Of course she doesn't. I'd be disappointed if she wasn't able to manage at least that much. You need to start using your time more creatively, Elisa, instead of simply doing what's required of you. Ugh. I saw the railway guns at Gorelia, you know, and I saw what those Agzens are capable of. And I can understand why Grandfather regrets ever making them. You honestly feel like things like that are necessary? Are you really okay with that? Huh. I think the fact that you've seen enough to ask me that now means that deep down you realize that they're both necessities of this era we live in. Well, the opinions of others are only that. Stop relying on them so much. Observe for yourself and draw your own conclusions. That's what someone who is truly independent would do anyway. Alright, Elisa's mom is...
I wasn't expecting to find myself indebted to you again so soon.
I did not expect voice acting. How dare you interrupt me, Oliver? But, you know, Elisa's mom, kind of a bitch, but, you know, she's kind of right, honestly. She's got a point. Elisa should see things for herself.
Without your intervention, the Chancellor and I would have met our maker in Crossbow.
Don't mention it. We're just relieved you're all okay, Your Highness.
Indeed. I'm glad you were able to focus on making a positive contribution at the conference.
I wish I could tell you that's exactly what I did. I could scarcely find a place to chime in once the Chancellor and the Republic's President got going. Though the Mayor of Crossbell managed to dumbfound even them.
I presume you're referring to his proposal for Crossbell's independence?
Hard to believe it could actually happen.
Well, as long as both Erebonia and Calvard refuse to accept it, the likelihood of it actually happening is incredibly low. Still, they're planning to hold a referendum on the issue to see if the population is in favor of it. So there'll be plenty more chances for disputes to break out over the issue.
Well, neither of them want to lose all that sweet tax revenue from Crossbell. Half of it flows into the provinces too, so like, fat chance the noble faction's gonna take that line down.
Milliam. I swear, this kid has all the delicacy of a rock to the face.
So you're Milliam, are you? Your name seems to have come up with increasing frequency lately. I was hoping for a chance to see the famous Eric Getlam in action, though.
Oh, sure thing. Come on, Lamb!
Whoa there. Cool your jets.
I'm not sure this is the best place to call out Eric Getlam. Just a hunch.
Oh, just let her do it.
Lame.
Objection overruled.
That could have gotten messy.
Honestly, it would save us all a lot of trouble if you could just refrain from saying whatever pops into your mind, too.
Lame.
Oh, that was a good Milliam impression.
Oh, who might you be?
Say, are you from the Vander family? The one who serves as the prince's bodyguard?
Oh, did Neidhart mention me?
Mueller Vander.
I'm Mueller Vander of the 7th Armored Division. I was with the Prince at the conference in Crossbell, so I'm in your debt as well. Glad to be able to thank you personally.
The honor is ours, sir.
It's an honor to meet a member of the esteemed Vander family.
Ah, so you're the Radiant Blade Master's daughter. And you must be a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style. I'm always happy to meet fellow students of the sword. Oh, and you must be the young man from Nord who my uncle wrote a reference for.
Yes, that would be me. I owe a lot to Lieutenant General Vander.
It sounds like he's in your debt as well, with everything that happened in Nord a few months ago. Well, you all seem like dependable young men and women. Perhaps the prince's idea had some merit to it after all.
See? What did I tell you? And it's not just Class 7 either. The whole academy seems so full of life. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to break down social barriers by getting to know all of them in the academy's pool.
If you really want to work up a sweat, I'd be glad to let you run back to Heimdall. If you've kept up a good sprint, I'll bet you could even make it in a couple hours.
You'd actually make me do it, too. Ah, cruelty. My name is Mueller.
It's like their hearts practically beat in sync.
That's certainly one way to look at it. I wonder how long they've known each other.
Alright, peace out.
Well then, I bid you all a fond farewell. I hope we have the chance to meet again soon.
I missed 2 days. 3 days passed since the board of directors handed down their decision. With the assurance that our field studies would continue, we finally turned our attentions to next month's festival. Oh, finally. However, losing those couple of days at the end of the month meant we had that much less time to prepare. And no matter how much we brainstormed, we couldn't think of any compelling ideas our small class could pull off. Eventually. Geez, I can't believe we burned through another week already. But hey, at least it's the perfect weather for a weekend out on the town. I hope you'll all enjoy your free day tomorrow. Especially since you've come up with you've got another practical exam coming up next Wednesday. You could just send us off with have a good weekend, could you? It just wouldn't be Instructor Sarah if she didn't throw in a little dash of torment. And then we have this month's field study coming up at the end of the next week, right? Yep, just like we planned. We might have had a few changes to the original itinerary, but nothing major. I'll tell you all about where you're headed after the next practical exam, so until then, keep on guessing. Yeah, you'll need to make it into some sort of dramatic revelation. She always does, though. Ooh, I can't wait to find out where we're going this time. Oh, and by the way, you guys really need to figure out what you're going to do for the festival next month. First years have to participate, so if you can't think of anything, you'll be showing your field study reports instead. Oh, that's boring. What? That certainly wouldn't be my first choice, or even my fifth. Anyway, that's a wrap up for homeroom. If you'll do the honors, Miss Class President. Yes, Instructor. Stand bow. Well, I'm sure she was just joking about putting our field study reports on display, I hope. Either way, we need to start figuring out what we're doing by the start of next week. That sounds wise, especially considering we have our practical exam on Wednesday and our field study next weekend. If that's how things stand, we should make it our goal at least to have some solid ideas by the end of tomorrow. We also need to check out what the other classes are planning. If we end up doing something that was already being done, we'd seem totally redundant. Yeah, we should split up and start gathering info. But remember, we need to find something that will work with the number of people we got. Yeah, all the other classes have more than double the manpower we do, easily. They all seem to have pretty grandiose aspirations at that. If greatness were reliant on numbers, museums would be full of artwork produced by committees. There must be some course of action that could turn our lesser numbers to our advantage. Yeah, the question is, what? If we had an easy answer, we wouldn't be spending all this time worrying over it. I'm getting pumped up. Well, at least inter-class competition never hurt anyone. In fact, it might spice things up a bit. I don't even know what that means. Or summer uniform, and the standard uniform. Alright, nice. What do I have to do? How do you, like... return to the dorm? Is there going to be a cutscene? I'm just gonna double check. Yeah. Should I go back to the dorm? Return to the dorm, yeah.
Insects, huh? Well, it is fall, I guess. Hard to believe I've already been here half a year. The festival used to seem so far off, and now it's just next month. The past 6 months really have flown by.
Huh? Is that you, Reed?
Oh, it's Towa.
Towa? Hey there. Haven't seen you out and about too much lately.
Well, the meeting I was in ended a little early, so I thought that was a nice point to call it a day.
I see. Did you guys discuss the Academy Festival?
Yep. We've still got a lot we need to nail down before next month to keep the preparations running smooth. There's enough to discuss that we're actually meeting again tomorrow.
Sounds like work's really keeping you busy then. By the way, have you figured out what you'd like me to help you with tomorrow? I'll even take the tasks now if you have them handy.
Oh, I usually sort those out before I go to bed. I guess I could go over them now, but there's some shopping I really need to do. Sorry. Is it okay if I give them to you tomorrow morning like usual?
That's totally fine.
Reen, there's something I want to tell you. And I'm sorry it's taken me so long to say it, but I want you and everyone from Class 7 to know how grateful I am for what you did at Corellia Fortress.
Oh, that's no problem. Don't worry about it.
Oh. It's fine, really. We've gotten plenty of rounds of thanks for it already. We just kind of ended up in the wrong place at the right time, and we were lucky the instructors were there, and...
That doesn't change the fact that you saved my life. I wasn't on the same floor where the conference was being held, but if a shot from the railway guns had hit Orcus Tower, I doubt I'd be standing here today.
Towa, I'm just glad you're safe.
Thanks. Anyway, I feel like I'm just kind of babbling on and repeating myself now, so I'll stop myself here.
Huh. She's awfully conscientious, isn't she? Oh, you said you were on your way out to do some shopping, right? Is there a lot on your list?
Well, a pretty good amount, I suppose. Oh, and I just remembered I need to pick up that stuff at the bookstore, too. Then after I get everything I need at the general store, I might have to make a trip back here to drop it off.
You could do that. Or I could come along with you and help carry all those bags. So how about it? No strings. I just feel like you could use a hand.
Oh no, there's no way I could drag you along on all my errands. I mean, sure, it'd be a big help, but I just feel so bad asking you to do it. Ugh, that makes it sound like deep down I secretly want you to come, and that's not...
Well, if it eases your conscience, there's actually something I need your advice on. It's about my class and what we can do for the upcoming festival.
I really like Towa. She's adorable. I definitely can tell that, because some of them, one of my Scarlet Nexus videos told me that Hanabi is the same voice as Towa. And apparently Sophia from Persona 5 Strikers. Can definitely see it.
That should be everything. Wow, is it this late already?
That's quite a lot of bags. I mean, you guys just can't hold them with the little handles?
I guess the sun has started setting a little earlier lately. Still, I had no idea you came here often.
Well, Mick is always able to get stuff you can't buy anywhere else. He's my go-to guy when there's something I can't get at the Academy store. Like fireworks to use in school events.
Fireworks are illegal, though.
I think we even asked him for a penguin costume once, and he actually got it.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a pretty unique shopping list.
Uh-huh. Wait! How did you end up with all those bags? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Here, give me some of those.
Don't worry about it. I'm fine. You're carrying plenty as it is.
Sorry, Reen. Well, how about we take a break in the rest area over there? I'll buy you a coffee or something. You wanted to ask me something about the Academy Festival too, right?
You mean you didn't ask her while we were shopping? That would have been the perfect time.
Ooh, yeah. That does sound like a problem. Well, your class doesn't have enough people to do anything that involves large-scale equipment or decorations. You all could get together and run a little cafe without any problems, if you all wanted to do something like that.
I'd thought about it, yeah. Still, if we're going to do something, I at least want it to be as impressive as what the other classes are doing.
Feeling a little competitive, aren't we, Reen?
Always.
Well, you have enough people to put on a play or run a game tournament, but other first-year classes have already applied to do both of those.
I see. I don't really want to copy an idea another class is already doing. Come to think of it, what did your class do last year?
Oh, it was a cat-themed coffee shop where we all wore cat suits.
That sounds incredibly anime.
And then there was that other event I did with Angie and the others.
Oh, you guys got together and did something else too?
It's nothing. Just forget I said anything. We didn't put on any event, and even if we did, it wouldn't have been on stage.
I think you just let the cat out of the bag. So, you guys did do something on stage? What exactly was it?
Me and my big mouth. You really want to know?
I mean, yeah, at this point.
If you don't mind telling me anyway. Who knows? It might help me think of something Class 7 could do.
Well, if you insist, I can't turn down a chance to help a sweet, fledgling first year. Especially after how much you helped me. I'll reach down to my toes and muster every last bit of courage to tell you.
Thanks. Was it some kind of traumatic experience or something?
Well, in short, we put on a musical performance.
That's really not anything to be embarrassed about. Depending on the kind of song you sang, like what the lyrics were.
A little concert of sorts, you could say.
Wow, really? I wouldn't have expected that from you guys. So you can play an instrument then?
I'm afraid not. That's how I got stuck being the singer.
Oh, you actually sang? At least it wasn't Angelica.
Angie, Crow, and George all played for the show, though.
Wow, that actually sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. If we put on a musical show, I'm sure Elliot would be a big help.
Oh, is this gonna be like the FF8 festival? Where we find our instruments? Well, Elliot can play everything.
So, what kind of music was it? Classical? Folk? Show tunes?
Well, it's hard to describe, but it was passionate. Really modern.
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Well, it's not really a genre that's caught on in the Empire yet. You definitely wouldn't hear it played in Heimdall's Opera House, that's for sure.
Huh?
Alright. Do you have some free time tomorrow evening? If you can't come until after you're done exploring the old schoolhouse, that's okay with me.
Tomorrow evening? Yeah, I should be free. Should I meet you in the student council room?
Oh no. Can you go to the computer room in the main school building?
Sure thing. Does this have something to do with the concert you held last year?
You'll just have to find out tomorrow night.
Okay then.
Anyway, sorry to keep asking favors of you, but would you mind coming to the lower class dormitory with me? If we stay out here much longer, we're going to miss dinner at the dorms.
You have a point. But really, I'm fine with all the bags. Just leave the heavy lifting to me.
You're so stubborn.
Now I like Towa even more. Chapter 6, Progressive Chaos. Hang on in the dorm. I'm actually gonna wrap up the recording right now. But, yeah, we're gonna wrap up here. Really good session today, I think. But, yeah, we finished Chapter 5, did all the Grelia Fortress stuff, we're caught up with the game. I think Chapter 6 is the last chapter. I think this is the last chapter. I'm not sure if there's gonna be, like, an epilogue after Chapter 6. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Pretty sure this is gonna be the final field study, though. The way they're making it sound, and we have the school festival, too. So I think this is, like, kind of the end of the game. Not the super end of the game, but I think we're getting relatively close to being done. But yeah, when we come back next time, we'll just go into not chapter 6, go into the free day, start the tasks and all that, and do the schoolhouse and all that, and then meet with Towa. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.